Hey there guys, Vlad here from Review Outdoor Gear, and today I've got another flashlight for you. I'm going to do a review. This is the Thrunite TN4A, or Thrunite 4A. Thrunite has sent us this flashlight to review, therefore we're going to be keeping it as unbiased as possible, like we usually do, and hopefully give you a great review with some good information, and help you decide on whether or not this is the flashlight for you. Let's get started. So first off, let's just go through some basic specifications of the flashlight. The weight, without the pouch, without any batteries, is about 7.9 or so ounces, 8 ounces or so. With the batteries, it's 11.5. And with the pouch is 1.5 ounces. So that brings it up to 13, if I'm not doing my math right. So under a pound. So for a flashlight this size, it's a pretty good weight. The brightness, for the natural white and the cool white, they're different. So I have the natural white version, or the neutral white, as it's called. So in firefly mode, or moonlight mode, which is the lowest setting, it'll run at 0.38 lumens, and it'll run for 80 days in that. Low setting is 17 lumens, and it'll run for 93 hours. Medium 138, 14 hours, high 577 lumens, and that should run for 150 minutes, and turbo is 1050, and that'll run for about 56 minutes or so, or about an hour. Strobe is also 1050 lumens, and that'll run for 150 minutes. So it takes AA batteries, which is really nice for those of you that like convenience and accessibility, because you can find AA's basically anywhere, as opposed to the more specialized, bigger rechargeable batteries that a lot of flashlights use nowadays, which aren't bad, but AA's are a lot more accessible. And the cost of the flashlight is $50 on Amazon with free shipping, so a really good price. And by the way, Thrunite has hooked you guys up with a discount code, so you can look in the description for that, and if you go on Amazon in the US and use that code, you'll get an extra 20% off. So that brings the cost of this down to only $40, which is a really good deal in my opinion. $40 for something of this quality is something you'll never regret spending. So check down there for that, and if you think you want to buy this, definitely use that code. So some of the other really cool features that the 4A have are this little button here. You can see that when you turn it on, it glows blue, and if it's glowing blue, that means your batteries are fully charged, or they're charged enough to where the flashlight can output the maximum amount of light. And when that light turns red, that means that you need to replace your batteries soon. So that's kind of cool. It's a really nice feature that they put in there. Also, all the Thrunite flashlights have ITC, or Intelligent Temperature Control, which is a Thrunite thing that they have, which basically protects the flashlight LED and the driver from overheating. So if ever the flashlight heats up to 80 degrees Celsius, it'll lower the voltage going into the light and prevent damage happening to the internal components, which is pretty nice that, you know, it won't actually overheat and just self-destruct, I guess. But usually, if you're using the flashlight in normal conditions of, you know, if it's not like 100 degrees outside or something like that, it actually won't ever even need to do that. I mean, I've held it on turbo for a good amount of time, and it doesn't ever really have to go down to a lower level of power. Also, the flashlight is shockproof, which means that it can take a fall from about 2 meters or 6 feet or so and be just fine. So if you drop it on an accident, the internal components, all the electronics won't get damaged. It's protected against that. Also, just wanted to address the actual build quality of this thing is just awesome. The way it's designed, it looks really cool. It has this the stainless steel bezel in there. It's actually screwed in there, and the button looks really cool with also a stainless steel screw that has a special, I guess you need a special tool to unscrew it, but It's really nicely made, and everything is milled super precisely, and just it fits really well in your hand, really ergonomic. It's really easy to also to use. It has just one button, so to turn it on, you press it once, and that'll go to the last mode that you left it on. And then if you hold the button down, it cycles through the modes. And if you turn the flashlight off for more than 2 seconds and turn it back on, it will automatically go back to the mode that you turned it off in. So it's kind of a memory function. Also, if you hold it down, the button, it goes to the moonlight mode, and then double click brings it into turbo, and if you're in turbo, another double click goes to strobe. So really easy to use. There aren't two buttons. The button's right in the correct place. As you know, really easy to hold. It's just right there, and really easy to use. The glass on here is really nice. It's ultra clear tempered glass, so I won't restrict any light coming out from there, and it's really durable. And there is an additional bezel around there, so that if you put it down and there's a rock, you won't break the glass. The reflector is a light orange peel reflector, so that gives the flashlight a little bit of a flood effect, as well as being a really far thrower. It might not throw as far as a flashlight that has just a smooth peel, but I find the flood effect also really helpful. Actually, it's really nice when you're shining far to see things on the side of what you're shining at. So that's a really nice feature. So the battery compartment inside, you can unscrew from both sides. You can unscrew either from here or the back. I'm not exactly sure why they've done this, that it unscrews in both spots, but I have a theory, and I think that you might possibly be able to actually extend this light and add another one of these and basically double your battery life, but I'm not sure about that. But it does screw off on both ends, and you could theoretically, if Thrunite makes an additional piece, I don't know if they do, you could add on the back and basically have more battery life. But this is the little battery holder, 4 AA's. This piece here is made really nicely. It's all aluminum and little nice rods here, and the batteries do not rattle around. It's not one of those cheap little battery holders. It's really nice. They fit really snugly in there. And also the cool feature is that you can put the battery in there both ways, so this way or that way. Doesn't matter because both connections are on this side, and actually the flashlight will work even without the back part. So you can turn it on and it'll work. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, everything in here is made out of aluminum. There's no plastic. Everything's really nicely made. I'm actually really amazed that it's such a high quality build for such a low price. I mean, for $50, you could expect to be seeing some cut corners, but so far I've really been satisfied with the way that this is built. So in the box of the flashlight, you'll get this little pouch which you can carry the flashlight in. Also, there's a spare O-ring and a lanyard, but the pouch is really well built as well. I don't think it's going to be coming apart anytime soon. Nice Velcro. It goes in and out really easily, but it won't fall out because it's angled up. So no complaints about that. It would be nice to have a feature where you could twist the flashlight to the side or the pouch, so it'd be kind of in a horizontal position. But this is fine as well. I haven't found any issues with this, and this is also a really nice feature too if you want to just carry this with you all the time. You can't stick it in your pocket, it's so big, but it fits perfectly in the pouch. Or it also, you can attach it to like a MOLLE attachment point or something like that. Some of the uses of this flashlight or the applications, basically you could use it anywhere that you don't really care too much about the weight. If you're really looking to go for a lighter weight, there are other options for a flashlight. Or if you just really want a really bright flashlight and you're willing to deal with the weight, this is also a really good choice if you want to go, backpacking even. But like car camping is perfect. Have it in your car. You could use this as your main light if you go camping or have your RV. This would be the main light that you would use, and it would last for a long time. security. You can use, like, if you're a security guard somewhere, or even in law enforcement or something. It's just super bright. We'll do a nighttime test in a little bit here and show you how actually bright this thing is. If you're in search and rescue or a firefighter, this is just an awesome thing to have. If you have a truck, maybe you're a truck driver or something, and you might be stopping in the night to check your truck or something, this is perfect. You know, or for work, or basically anywhere. It's a perfect all-around light. You can even have this, you know, at your house, standing on right by the door, and as soon as you go out, at night you can grab it, and it's just a perfect light for that. All right, let's go do some testing of this thing. So all the Thrunite flashlights, this one included, are waterproof to IPX8 standards, and that means that they're waterproof under any conditions, fully submerged up to, I think, 1.5 meters, so that's 5 feet or so. So this is not 5 feet, but we'll see how it does. Well, it seems to work pretty well underwater. Let's see if there's any water inside of it. I doubt it, but let's check and make sure. All the threads on here are actually greased as well, so that just adds an extra layer of protection, adding in addition to the O-rings against water. So there you have it, bone dry, not a single drop in there, as to be expected. So yeah, definitely waterproof, and I'm sure it's waterproof to the full rating. So there we go. Alright, so here's a night test of the TN4A. I've got my camera set to the highest ISO possible, so it might be a little bit grainy, but hopefully you can actually see the light, because cameras can never pick up the actual amount of light that your eye can see. So let's go. Let's see how this works. So this is the low setting, and then you hit the button, and there we go, that's high. That's 577 lumens. So as you can see, it shines really bright and really far. That tree over there that I'm shining at right now, the very furthest one, is about 200 feet away. So then if you hit it up to turbo, there we go, it's even brighter. I mean, you can see all the way to the end of the park here that I'm in, and it really lights things up. As a comparison, here we have the Archer 2A, which tops out at 500 or so lumens, and you can see how much brighter the 4A is. So it's about twice as bright on the highest setting, and you can really see things out there. So then, as you know, there's a little blue indicator of the battery power. If you want to get to the moonlight mode or firefly, you just hold the button down, and that brings the light down really low, so that if you want to see something really up close, like at night, and you don't want to lose your night vision, that's perfect. Or if you don't want to be seen, if you're in your car, you just kind of want to look at something really quick, that's there. And then, as you know, double click for the turbo, and then double click again for strobe. Here's the building. That's about 100 feet away, and it might not show up very well in the video, but I can see everything perfectly. It lights it up completely, and in addition to that, there's a really nice flood around what you're looking at, and that's from that orange peel reflector that gives you a little bit more of a flood effect. So the turbo mode really lights things up. You can see everything really far, really well. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that review of the Thrunite 4A, or the TN4A. Hopefully I gave you some good info on that and maybe helped you make that decision on whether or not you want to get this one. I definitely recommend it because of the great value and just the way it's made and built. It's really nice. So there you go, the Thrunite TN4A. If you enjoyed that video, give me a thumbs up. That's always really nice. Share the video. Also, you can subscribe to our channel, which would be great. Also, check out our other videos. We got other cool videos on our channel of just other gear review and some trips that we've went on and other cool stuff like that. So, if you like the kind of stuff, go and check it out. You won't regret that. Alright guys, it's been Vlad with Review Outdoor Gear. Praise God and have a good day. Bye.